We're at the Narrows trailhead, getting ready to start the top-down adventure. I'm impressed that car there made it in. The road was terrible. The last 16 miles of it that were not pavement. Definitely would not want to have brought in my little Civic. It's been very, very slow going. So essentially we kind of follow this road here until it peters out in a creek. Not this one here. And the water's going to be really low until we merge with the confluence of Deep Creek, I guess, which provides 2/3 of the flow for the Virgin River going through Zion. I don't know if I should feel gypped or not, because this road has been following next to the same stream that we did cross at the trailhead. So, and we did see a group of 4 that were going down the creek bed. Granted, the road will get you there much faster to the exciting part, but I suppose if you really wanted to, you could just follow that little creek bed and end up in the same place. I think we're nearing the end of the road here. The old settler cabin, Hoonin or something like that, I think the name was. And look at all the grasshoppers again. It's a nice little meadow here, though. And we finally reached the end of the road. Found a nice shaded alcove to have lunch with a built-in seat. See up there where eventually it's either going to fall off or form an arch. We're back into sort of a narrow section again. It has been getting rockier in general. but we're going at a slow and easy pace. We've made it to the waterfall. I would not recommend jumping, even though I've seen videos of people doing that. The water's pretty shallow right at the base. Supposedly about 6 feet deep further out. But if you're even thinking about doing it, I'd go around to the left and come back in and recon the situation before you decide to do that kind of thing. A lot of people have ended up with broken bones and joints as a result. And there's the rest of the crew. Look at that. Got a whole bunch of people down here. Yeah, you definitely don't want to jump off of that.
What?
I was saying you definitely don't want to jump off of that because it's obviously not 6 feet deep right now.
Yeah.
Why don't you take a shower while you're at it?
What?
Take a shower while you're at it. Now, it took us 6 hours to get to the waterfall. That's the place where you come down, river left. So we're going at a very relaxed pace. Thankfully, we don't have to go too far more. It's not that much further to the confluence of Deep Creek. And then campsite 5 is right before the confluence of Kolob Creek, which is the very next one. So a couple more miles, I think. There's surprisingly few large boulders that have fallen into the canyon. This was really the first one that we've come across that is in the canyon proper, and it's caused quite a logjam over the years. This is going to be fun, like having to climb over that avalanche area in Colorado. that was easy. This one looks kind of spooky, like Spooky Slot Canyon. We have finally made it to the confluence of Deep Creek. Must be site number 2 there. Campsite number 2. Nice little spot that nobody has claimed yet. A short while later, you're at site number 3. There's site 4. Pretty small one. One more to ours. A couple of these people up ahead have to be rookies. One's got one of those Walmart blue foam pads still in the wrapper. Very cautious crossing the river. Of course, I probably should be when I'm using my camera, but I've made it to home sweet home. Now to see if I can get there without falling in for the first time, huh? Not as level as the other ones. I'll probably roll into the river at night. Campsite 6 is fairly large. Have a site kind of over there and a smaller one here as you work your way up Kolob Canyon. This is my return trip down Kolob Canyon. I must say it's a whole lot quieter when there's no water running in it. It's a nice little canyon on its own accord. So I have no idea how far it goes. So I just turned around when it started opening up a little bit. But it could very well narrow back down again. Here's some nice little narrows here. Sydney found himself a little soaking pool. So we had elected not to bring our sleeping bags. And we also elected to cowboy camp last night. Surprisingly, there really were no bugs up here. If you went down and sat by the river, had some little gnats that would be rather annoying. So as the night got colder and colder, you'd add a layer or so, wrap yourself up in whatever. He seems to have lost his pillow there. Site number 7 is on river left, right there. Some people are up there, so I won't bother interrupting them. The river is getting more boulder strewn, so travel will become more challenging. In fact, I already 2 steps in the river this morning. I already slipped and fell, got a stick that caught my foot that I didn't see instead of a boulder. And this site's 8 and 9, but there's site 10 up on the little shelf. Let's see, the tent is still set up right there. We've finally made it down to site 11. pretty small one. We finally made it to Site 12.
There's a little red end on
Excuse us.
Pardon.
A nice swimming hole there. And very shortly after Site 12, you come up to Big Spring. This is the place to ideally refill if you need to. Finish off the last 5 miles or so. And some nice columbines growing along the wall here. We're finally getting to the upper reaches of Wall Street, which is like the most famous area, I guess, of the Narrows. We've reached the gurgling spring, apparently. Starting to run into a lot of bottom-up hikers now. You can definitely tell that we're getting into day hikers now. They're flooding the canyon. All of a sudden, we made it. Didn't even realize it. All of a sudden, it just kind of snuck up on us. So we're here at the Riverwalk. A mile left to get back to the shuttle.